Tottenham Hotspur head coach Antonio Conte has come out and said there is lots to do, lots to improve on, and Chelsea are better than us. He also gave his thoughts on the January transfer window. Antonio Conte, Heung-min Son and Lucas Moura have just been nominated for Premier League awards. The Leicester away game in the Premier League has just been rescheduled. Reports are stating that Spurs are interested in Brighton wing-back Tariq Lamptey, but Graham Potter has said he expects to have all of his players at the end of January. And reports are also stating that Spurs are trying to get Frank Kessie to sign a pre-contract agreement on a 4-year deal. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. In today's video, I'll be going through all of the latest Tottenham news, all of the transfer news, all of the rumours and all of the reports. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell where YouTube will notify you every single time I upload a new video. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. So let's start by talking about yesterday's game. Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0 at Stamford Bridge in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. A very, very disappointing evening. Antonio Conte said straight after the game, it is important for patience, for me also to have patience. There is lots of jobs to do in this moment. It is very difficult to understand which part you take to improve because there is a lot of situations to improve. We need time, we need patience. Everyone has to have patience because Tottenham, in the last few years, the level has dropped a lot and now we have to fight to win every game. Antonio Conte then went on to talk about the January transfer window and said it is impossible to change the situation in 1 or 2 transfer markets. We have to be humble to understand the situation at the moment and to continue to work to improve our players, then we will see. It is not simple to say go in the January transfer window. It won't be easy, and now the most important thing is to be focused and work to improve. The results in the league were good. We reached the semi-final of the Carabao Cup for Tottenham. At this moment, that is a good target. Conte then went on to say, I'm always very honest with my players. I like to tell the truth, and with a good lie, you don't go anywhere. They show to be a really good team, much better than us. We have to try to change the situation slowly, slowly. Chelsea showed to be much better than us. If you compare the two teams, there is not a comparison. We are talking about a team ready to win. Today, we have seen the difference between the two teams. Antonio Conte then added, but I know the situation. It is very clear in this moment. There is an important gap. We have to try and fight to stay in the league in a good position. But if we think we are close, I think we are not in the right way. Now, my thoughts on the game very quickly. I thought that 2-0 flattered Tottenham. And yes, the tie is still wide open. You know, if we get a miracle and we score 2 or 3 goals next week, then, you know, we've got a real chance. But it's going to be very, very hard. The game was very, very hard to watch last night. You know, Tottenham didn't really give anything. Chelsea are Champions League winners. We know the quality. They've got quality throughout the whole of their team. They had a lot of players missing, but they have still got, you know, so much strength in depth. The substitutes that they brought on as well, real quality. And, you know, we were completely out of our depth, it is fair to say. You know, the gap between Chelsea and Spurs, as Antonio Conte said, there is no comparison. With that said, you know, we have seen many times, you know, particularly in cup competitions, where players who aren't as good as the opposition, you know, they give 100%, 110%, and they go on to achieve success and perhaps win the game. But, you know, we just didn't seem up for it whatsoever. I thought defensively we were very poor. I thought in midfield we were very poor. Attacking we were very poor. It was very poor throughout. I think Antonio Conte looked absolutely gutted, you know, last night in his post-match interviews. And rightly so. You know, he even admitted that there were problems in the 8 games, even though he's been unbeaten in the Premier League. He has improved players, but I think even he was surprised by a lot of the player performances at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday evening. I think it'd be very fair to say as well that we really missed Eric Dyer. Very evident that we missed him at the back. Of course, we're all hoping for him and Christian Romero to come back as soon as possible to shore up the Tottenham Hotspur defence again. But a couple of months ago, a lot of Spurs fans wanted Eric Dyer to leave the club, and now he is a key player for us at the back. Spurs striker Harry Kane tweeted after the game and said, paid the price for a poor first half, but the tie isn't over yet. Great noise from the away fans. And I must say, actually, the Tottenham Hotspur fans, despite being 1-0 down very early on, and then, of course, going 2-0 down in the first half, the Spurs fans were absolutely excellent in the shed end at Stamford Bridge. Didn't stop singing. It's frustrating because, of course, us fans want glory so much, and so many semi-final disappointments, so many final disappointments. I'm just hoping very soon that a manager gets us over the line. Antonio Conte surely is that man to do it. I'm just feeling gutted today. I really am. So Antonio Conte remains unbeaten in Premier League football as Tottenham Hotspur head coach. 8 games played, 5 wins and 3 draws. Today, Tottenham Hotspur and the Premier League have announced that Antonio Conte has been nominated for the December Premier League Manager of the Month award. Heung-min Son has been nominated for the December Premier League Player of the Month award. And Lucas Moura has been nominated for the Premier League Goal of the Month award for his goal against Norwich City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was announced by Spurs and Leicester this morning that our previously postponed away Premier League fixture at Leicester, originally scheduled for the 16th of December 2021, will now take place on Wednesday, the 19th of January. Kick-off at the King Power Stadium remains 7:30 and the game will be broadcast live on BT Sport. Earlier today, a number of reports were published stating that Tottenham Hotspur are interested in signing Brighton Hove Albion right-back Tariq Lamptey. But the Italian journalist FABRIZIO Romano has just tweeted no bids from Tottenham for Lamptey. And Brighton manager Graham Potter has confirmed, I would expect all of our players to be with us at the end of January. There is a lot of speculation out there, but nothing to report. One report published about Lamptey this morning, and that is from the Daily Express, and it states Antonio Conte wants to spend big this January to improve his Tottenham Hotspur squad. Tottenham are ready to challenge Arsenal in the £50 million race for Brighton whiz kid Tariq Lamptey. Wingback Lamptey, 21, is a key player for Albion, having recovered from a hamstring injury that ruled the England under-21 star out of the second half of last season. But former Chelsea Academy product Lamptey has now played a dozen games this season after re-establishing himself in Graham Potter's side, and his pace and skill have been a key factor in Albion's fine recent form, which has seen them climb to 9th in the table. Arsenal have been linked with Lamptey, who joined Albion for a bargain £3 million in January 2020 for some time, but Spurs boss Antonio Conte is also keen on the player. Tottenham are set to lose fullback Matt Doherty, who Wolves are keen on taking back to Molineux this month, and former Chelsea manager Antonio Conte is looking at Lamptey as a potential replacement, though the Italian may have to wait until the summer. Now, my thoughts on this. Lamptey at Tottenham Hotspur, I think he's a great player. I think he would fit in very well in Antonio Conte's system. Is it realistic in the January transfer window? Absolutely not. Would it be realistic in the summer? Perhaps. Would we pay £50 million for him? Probably not. An interesting next few weeks coming up in this January transfer window, whether Tottenham Hotspur will do any business or not. Of course, I've been saying all along in the last couple of months, ever since Antonio Conte joined, I'm expecting Tottenham to do our main and big business in the summer. A report has just been published by the Evening Standard, and they are stating that Antonio Conte has warned Tottenham fans that their problems cannot be resolved in the January transfer window after they were outclassed in their 2-0 defeat against Chelsea on Wednesday. But while there are no quick fix to the situation at Spurs, they are set for a busy month, and Antonio Conte expects Daniel Levy and Fabio Paratici to deliver new signings. The report then states that Conte is prioritising a right wing back and forward this month, and Daniel Levy is ready to back him for the right player in what could be a busy window for Spurs. Tottenham are said to be leading the race to sign AC Milan midfielder Frank Kessie on a pre-contract agreement, while Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic is also on their radar. Meanwhile, Spurs have been linked with Tariq Lamptey, Juventus duo Weston McKennie and Dejan Kulusevski, as well as Wolves winger Adama Traore and Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson. In this report, it says that Brighton want as much as £50 million for the youngster signed from Chelsea 2 years ago. They then go on to talk about Frank Kessie, and they state that Kessie is out of contract at AC Milan at the end of this season. And according to sources in Italy, Tottenham are now in pole position to sign him. It states in this report that Italian journalist Fabio Gatto has claimed that Spurs have made Kessie a lucrative offer to tempt him into signing a pre-contract agreement on a 4-year contract. ESPN have said that Daniel Levy is ready to sanction the deal given there would be no transfer fee involved. Kessie said in September that he wanted to remain at Milan, but the Italian club have faced a different reality during negotiations with his agent. And according to Sky Sports Italy, Kessie's agent has demanded a €9 million a year salary. In the report from the Evening Standard, it then states that Tottenham are among a host of Premier League clubs battling to sign Vlahovic, who has already scored 16 Serie A goals so far this season. And the 21-year-old Serbian striker is set to leave Fiorentina after telling the club he will not be extending the contract, and he's set to be available for around £80 million this month. Next up in the report, they talk about Adama Traore, and they have stated that Tottenham had 2 offers rejected for Traore last summer, and they could have an opportunity to sign him for a cut price, £20 million this month. And the Daily Telegraph have reported that Wolves could consider offers for Traore to raise funds for new signings, and that Spurs and West Ham are weighing up offers for the winger. They then mention Dean Henderson, and they then state that with Hugo Lloris out of contract at the end of the season, Tottenham could be in the market for a new goalkeeper. Antonio Conte has said he is confident that Hugo Lloris will stay, but is yet to agree a new deal and has been linked with a move back to France. Now, my thoughts on this report. There are a lot of names there, and I tell you what, when I interviewed Fabrizio Romano on this channel a couple of days ago, if you haven't seen that interview, please do check it out. I'll put the link below as well. Fabrizio Romano kept saying no to all of the names that I kept reading out, and all of these names in this report from the Evening Standard today are all of the names that I put to Fabrizio. And Lamptey, very, very unlikely. We're not going to pay that sort of money, especially in the January transfer window. And Graham Potter has already said that he expects to have all of his players available at the end of January. Kulusevski, if we want him, Fabrizio Romano come out and said that, Tottenham Hotspur, if we want him, we need to go out and spend big money, i.e. 30 million, 35 million pounds. Dean Henderson, he didn't think that was going to happen either. Adama Traore, that's going to be an interesting situation. There are lots of reports coming out stating that Antonio Conte could turn him into a right wing back to replace Emerson Royale. But of course, if we do want players like this in the January transfer window, we are going to need to pay big money. It's going to be interesting. It's an interesting couple of weeks coming up. But all of the names that we have been linked with so far, as I said, I put to Fabrizio Romano, and he kept saying no to all of these deals for various reasons. Personally, one that I can see happening, and that is the pre-contract for Frank Kessie. If Tottenham Hotspur can get this deal over the line, it would be fantastic news. He wouldn't be playing for Spurs this season. He would be signing a pre-contract, which would mean that he would be a Spurs player from the summer. So he would be a Spurs player from the start of next season. Many happy returns to former Tottenham Hotspur player and manager Terry Venables, who turns 89 today. He made 115 league appearances for Spurs, scoring on 5 occasions, 16 appearances in the FA Cup, scoring twice, and 6 appearances in the League Cup, scoring once, and also 4 European appearances, scoring once as well. And of course, he was the last manager to lift the FA Cup for Tottenham in 1991, managing the club between 1987 and 1993.
Thanks Chris, and hello to everybody watching. I'm Bill from Football Prizes. I'm just here to tell you about the weekly Spurs prizes that we run on the site. Some of our previous Spurs prizes range from the likes of signed shirts and boots and mounts from players such as Harry Kane, Son Heung-min and Lucas, right through to club legends like Paul Gascoigne and Jurgen Klinsmann. You can watch the live draws on our Facebook page, and you can go on our site and see the previous Spurs winners, as well as what prizes we have to offer at www.footballprizes.co.uk.
Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do let me know all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to this channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell where YouTube will notify you every single time I upload a new video. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe and well. Until the next one, come on you Spurs.